of Exile 2 hardcore solo self-found is brutal. No trading, no help, just you, the loot you find, and permadeath waiting on every corner. If you want to stay alive and keep progressing, here are 3 essential tips to survive SSF hardcore in under 3 minutes. This brings us to tip number 1. Defense wins runs. Dying with 10,000 DPS is in fact still dying. Prioritize your defenses first, always. Cap your resistances at 75% or higher as soon as you possibly can while stacking life and or energy shield, or both. And let's be real, energy shield is completely busted in PoE 2 right now. However, don't sleep on armor, evasion, and block. On characters such as the warrior, monk, or the ranger, these can save you from random one-shots. If you don't build for survivability after all, you're just a glass cannon waiting to shatter, and it will happen. Tip number 2, craft and spend smart. Gold can be extremely valuable in solo self-found, not just for buying gear, but for respecing your passive tree when you need to adjust your build, which will happen quite often. One of the best ways to spend your gold is through vendor upgrades. Every time you level up, vendors reset their inventory, meaning you can often find much needed resistances and weapons just by checking in with them. On top of that, don't ignore the white and blue items that you find around the map. Carry transmutation and augmentation orbs while mapping so you can quickly roll potential upgrades. Let's be real, most of us skip over the white and blues, but in solo self-found, that can be the difference between life and death. And finally, tip number 3. I like to call it the emergency escape button. Sometimes in this game, fights go south quickly. And when they do, your best tool for survival is actually hitting escape, which pauses the game, and clicking load last checkpoint. This will teleport you to safety. However, there's a catch. There's a small delay after pressing the button where you can still die. And it's happened to me plenty of times. This means before you click the load last checkpoint, make sure you are spamming a health potion and rolling as soon as it goes out of the pausing screen, so you don't get deleted anyway. This can be a lifesaver if you're fast enough. And that is 3 tips in under 3 minutes. Hardcore solo self-found isn't for the faint of heart, but with these tips, you'll have a fighting chance. If you found this helpful, please drop a like and sub, as it does help the channel out a ton, and check out my hardcore playthrough for some insane moments. Stay safe out there, Exiles.